Okay, this is a quick tutorial on metrics prefixes. Over here we have our metrics prefixes. There are only 6 ones that are commonly used. Giga, mega, and kilo all represent numbers greater than 1. 10 to the 9th, 10 to the 6th, 10 to the 3rd. And milli, micro, and nano are numbers that are less than 1. 10 to the negative 3, 10 to the negative 6, and 10 to the negative 9. So when you encounter a problem like converting 0.0052 seconds to microseconds, we're going to start with 0.0052 seconds, and we're going to multiply by a conversion factor. We need seconds in the denominator because seconds is in the numerator here, and we need microseconds in the numerator. Now the conversion factor always has to equal 1. The top and the bottom have got to be equivalent so that when you multiply a number by it, it doesn't change its value. So since the numerator already has a microsecond in it, we're going to put 10 to the negative 6 in the denominator. So here we have, remember micro means 10 to the negative 6. So we have 10 to the negative 6 seconds. We have 10 to the negative 6 seconds. The top and bottom are the same. So you can put a 1 there if you want. And then if you take 0.052, so we're going to take 0.0052, we're going to multiply it by 1, which is boring, and then we're going to divide it by 10 to the negative 6. So that's 1e to the negative 6. And there's your answer, 5,200. So the conversion is 5,200 microseconds. Okay? So when we do conversions, we just have to use that idea there. So that's example number 1. Let me try another example. Suppose I start with 24 hours, and I want to convert that to megaseconds. Okay? So I'm going to start with 24 hours. I'm going to multiply by a factor which gets rid of the hours and gets me seconds. And you guys know there are 3,600 seconds in 1 hour, so the hours are going to cancel. That leaves me seconds, but I need megaseconds. So I'm going to have to cancel the seconds and get megaseconds. The numerator already has a mega in it, 10 to the 6th seconds, so I've got to put 10 to the 6th there. So now the top is the same as the bottom. Mega means 10 to the 6th. Okay? So then you take your calculator, you're going to take 24, you're going to multiply it by 3,600, so that's the number of seconds, and then dividing it by 10 to the 6th, like so, will give you 0.08. So this is 0.0864, and that is megaseconds. Okay? Okay, let's do one more conversion. Let's do a little bit more difficult one. Let's say something has a velocity of 1.5 millimeters every microsecond. We want to convert that to miles per hour. So this is a more extensive conversion. It's going to be a little bit of a long one. We're going to start with 1.5 millimeters over 1 microsecond. We've got to get rid of the millimeters and get meters. Milli means 10 to the negative 3, so we're going to put 10 to the negative 3 meters and 10 to the negative 3 meters. So that will convert to meters. Meters in the numerator, so we need to get rid of meters and get miles. So that's 1609 meters in 1 mile. So the millimeters cancel the millimeters, the meters cancel the meters. We're left with miles per microsecond. We need to get rid of the microsecond, so we need a microsecond in the numerator because it's the denominator here, so we need a numerator. And we're going to need a second here. Micro means 10 to the negative 6. So we have 10 to the negative 6 seconds, 10 to the negative 6 seconds. That's going to cancel the microseconds and give us seconds. And then we've got to get rid of the seconds and get hours because our answer is in miles per hour. There are 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. So here's our big long conversion, and we've set it up so that everything cancels. And the seconds cancel, and so we are left with, in the numerator, miles. So we're going to have miles. In the denominator, we're left with hour. That's good, miles per hour. And then we simply can do the computation, and that's going to be 1.5 times, this is 1e to the negative 3. Then we're going to divide that by 1609. Then we're going to divide that by 1e to the negative 6. And lastly, we're going to multiply our answer by 3600. And the answer is 3,356. 3,300, and I'm going to round that to 3 significant figures, 60 miles per hour. So that's how we use metrics prefixes. Anytime you set up a conversion, if you have microseconds in the top, you need to put in what micro means in the bottom. Okay? So we're going to practice that for homework.